everyone, and welcome to day 11 of Jigsaws with Jamie's 12 Days of Christmas special. You can probably tell that I'm not filming this at the usual time. It's not an evening. This is it's during the day. My evenings are getting quite busy with it being very close to Christmas, so I've had to find some time during the day. Unfortunately, the sun has just decided to shine right across where I'm looking. It keeps getting in my eyes, but hopefully we'll be able to persevere. I've got my 12 Days of Christmas puzzle set out, corner pieces in the middle, centre pieces on the left, and edge pieces on the right as usual. If you're planning on joining us solving a puzzle, then pause the video here and get yourself set up, and then come back and we'll begin. And before I get into the video, as usual for these videos, the recommended charity today remains Shelter. It's been the recommended charity for all of the 12 Days of Christmas videos, and they do some fantastic work all year round, but certainly at this time of year. So if you're able to give even a small amount, I'm sure your donation would be much appreciated. So we have just 2 puzzles left, including today's, so the 12 Days of Christmas special. I hope you've enjoyed these puzzles. I certainly have. I think I've figured out how I'm going to put these videos together, these puzzles together in one coherent picture, so hopefully on Christmas Day morning, or afterwards if you're not glued to YouTube on Christmas Day, which I suspect a lot of you won't be, you'll be able to see a quick video of them all finished. Of course, you'll be more than welcome on Christmas Day if you are looking for something to keep you entertained. I know Christmas Day is not for everyone. Some people really find it more difficult, and try and avoid the season. So if you are doing that, this video there will be a video launched on Christmas Day. Just a short one, just to show the final Christmas street. Okay, I'm just going to work my way up the other side now, I think. So I know this puzzle is a house, or a building, I should say. I didn't look in much detail. It obviously joins on with the park, because we've got the edges of some trees that we saw in the last video, which was released a couple of days ago. And so I know that this is going to be kind of a building on the edge of a clearing, but I'm not sure what the building actually is of. I was very careful. That piece goes there, that's the bit I've been missing. I was very careful not to look in any great detail when I opened this puzzle up. So the behind number 11, as you can see, it's shut. If you go back and watch the short video where I open the box, open the door, you might be able to see yourself what it's supposed to be, but I have done my best not to look, and when editing videos together and things. So it'll be a little bit of a surprise. Other than I know it's a building, it's going to be a bit of a surprise for us. Okay. So the edges are coming together fairly easily. The last puzzle was a little bit more challenging for those of you who've seen day 10. It's the Christmas tree. Had a lot of very similar pieces, and it took me a little bit longer to solve it than I maybe expected. Not a huge amount, but I suspect this puzzle might be quicker because we've got lots of straight lines. And that's the edges done, and this looks like a door, so I'm going to try and make the door. So as I said, the reason I'm here at this time of day is because I've got a lot more going on. It's Christmas. It's getting very close to Christmas. I'm sure you all are probably quite busy yourselves if you're celebrating. So thank you for joining and taking some time out to join. I think in these kind these busy periods like Christmas, New Year, it can be good to just take a little bit of time out, just to do something not too important, otherwise it can very easily become overwhelming. So you're very welcome. We seem to have a door with a wreath on. That's about as far as we've got so far. Keep working our way up. So my plans, if you were wondering, you probably won't, but I'm going to tell you anyway. This evening I am going out to the cinema. I'm going to see the new Avatar film, which I'm going with my dad. Me and my dad tend to go and see films together. We have similar taste in films, whereas my wife and I have very different tastes in films, so films are not always our thing. But me and my dad have very similar taste, and we're going to see Avatar. Having said that, I am slightly not conflicted. I guess I'm not excited necessarily. I remember I watched the first film when it came out and enjoyed it. It was a well done thing, but I didn't leave the cinema thinking, do you know what, I need a sequel. It felt like very much a standalone film, but they've done it, they've released it, and I'm sure at some point in the future I will watch it. And I know that these Avatar films, are designed to kind of be seen in the cinema. So we're going to go watch it and see. And actually the reviews that I've seen have been quite good. Not so much the story, although I think the story is not bad. I think the production value is very high. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it to a degree. I'm probably more looking forward to kind of getting to go spend a bit of time with my dad, have some food, probably get some pick and mix. It's Christmas after all. I'm sure the film will be okay, which is probably not the ringing endorsement that people want, but from a film, but okay is good enough. And tomorrow I am out for dinner during the day and possibly watching a film at home in the evening, not going out. I suspect we'll watch something at home, and it will eat into my usual jigsaw time. That's fine, because I can do it now and get this video to you. And we really are getting to the big day, aren't we? We're only a few days away. It's the 21st as I'm filming this. Probably not too hard to keep track of what days and when this is, but from my other posts, but it is the 21st. There's only 4 days to go till Christmas. I'm certainly getting excited now. Just when it comes to Christmas, I'm a bit of a big kid, and not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed of that. I've got this vision in my head, which at some point I'm going to put the effort into actually creating. You know, this idea of one year hiring a house big enough for my wife and my families to kind of come together and do a kind of a themed Christmas. Dickensian themed is what I have in my head. And we'll all dress up as if we're in Dickensian times, and maybe even characters from the book. And then celebrate a big party with a kind of big bash at the end. And I've said it for a few years, and every year things get in the way, or Christmas comes around quicker than I'm expecting, work and the like. So it's not happening again this year, but it will happen at some point. I'm sure. I fully intend to do it. And we are coming towards the end of this puzzle rather quickly. It was fairly straightforward, as I said. It looks like it is simply a house, snowman outside, Christmas tree downstairs, and it looks like the difficult to say, parent, I'll just say parent, I'm not sure if it's mum, dad, other, but parent is putting the kids to bed. And of course what we are getting towards is the final day, where I suspect the big guy in the red suit is going to make an appearance. And this is clearly the family going to bed just before Christmas. So that's the end of this puzzle. That's day 11 done. We've got one puzzle left to solve. I hope you've enjoyed that one. I am going to now try and find somewhere where I can take a picture of it without having shadow and light cast across, so that I can put it on the end of this video. Hopefully you'll see some of the detail in a second. If you've got any thoughts or comments, please drop them below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in 2 days' time for the final day of the 12 days of Christmas.